is there a bus full of kids that's coming this way and is probably going to look at me and see that I'm crazy? Yes. The worst thing is there's a stop sign up here, so they had to stop right next to where I'm walking. Now, obviously, they didn't do anything. They didn't say anything, but kids are judgy. Kids are not very nice. I don't really like little kids, so. Anyway, big side note. This week is finals week for the seniors. I have 4 days left of school. Well, technically 3. I just finished school not even like half an hour ago. So technically I have 3 days left of school. I'm so ready to get out of this school. With the days counting down, that also means the dreaded finals. It is finals week for seniors, and that includes me. So, why don't we go through all my classes? Because, yes, we're going to talk about my finals. So we're going to go through each of my classes, and then we're going to determine whether or not that final is awful, etc., etc. Let's get on to it. My first period class is band. And for our semester final, we already had it, and we did our large group contest. So that's already set and that's already done. So we can check that off the list. That final is completely done. And that one was free anyway, so. Band is done. My second period class is interpersonal relationships. There is like somebody yelling at their kid. They need to calm down. They really need to calm down because it's ruining my experience of this nature. And I'm feeling a bit threatened right now. So if they don't shut their mouths, I'm going to have to call the police. Okay? Anyway, second period is interpersonal relationships. And for that class, we have to write a case study. It's kind of like when you're like a therapist. I don't know if this is right. Like when you go to a therapist and then they write down like an assessment of you of like what's wrong. Like we have to do the key problems, the key solutions, like what solutions, and then what you think the solution should be. So we have to do all that. It's 2 pages, and normally ours is like a page, so it's really not that bad. It's double spaced. Like that one's like super easy. I'm not too worried about that one. I already started on it. So that one's really easy. And that needs to be finished by Thursday, so gotta get onto it and not procrastinate. All right, next period is PE/study hall, and we're focusing on PE because why on earth would there be a study hall final? So I don't actually know if there is a study hall final. PE final. I don't really know if there is a PE final. Because I haven't had PE for like 3 days, so I haven't been in PE for a little bit. So I don't know if there is a final. I kind of hope not, but if there is, it's gonna be like really, really easy. So that one's easy. Okay. Not concerned about that one. So far, my only hardest one is the interpersonal relationships, the case study one. And even that isn't that bad. It just requires me to actually sit down and do it. And the history with me doing that is not very good. So hopefully I do it before Thursday. My fourth period class is finances. Now, here's the thing about finances. I have no idea what the heck we're doing in there. And it is a required class. So we get like an opt-out paper that we can opt out of any final that we want. Okay. Something is going on in that house, I swear. I just heard like 2 knocks. Anyway, you can opt out of a class, and there's 2 classes that I was deciding between, and that's finances and Spanish. And so the thing with finances is I have no idea what the heck I'm doing in there. And I have no idea what I'm doing in there. It's a required class, and I should probably just, like, opt out of it anyway. But then there's the Spanish final, and for that one, we have to, like, create conversations and then say them to, because since the seniors are leaving early, there's only 3 people, including me, who's actually doing the final for Spanish, and one of those people, I would rather die than talk to them. So I decided that, so I was deciding if I wanted to opt out of that class, and I was really struggling on this. I was stressing about it, and I'm like, you know what, I'll just wait and I'll see what the final is for the finances, because I didn't know yet. Well, today I got done, and everybody else in my class got done with the work that was needed to be done in finances. And so my teacher's like, yeah, you can do the final if you want to. So I went over and I was going to look at it, and it was like multiple choice. And then he said that you can just look at the answers if you want. I said, say less. I said, bet. I grabbed that paper, got finished with it today. So I turned in my opt-out for Spanish, so I don't even have to do the Spanish one. So that's completely incredible. Hopefully I get a good grade on the finances, because I may or may not have looked up every single one of those questions. And some of them might have been answered with Gemini, the Google AI. So hopefully I get a good grade on that. But finances is done, and so is technically Spanish. So both of those are good. Both of those are done, and finances was the one that I was most worried about, and it's done. So I mean, so 4th period, easy. Okay, now we get to 5th period, and this is my government class. This is another required class, and this is surprisingly an easy final. So we're doing this like presidential campaign. Anyway, my government class, for the final, we have to do like a presidential campaign, and luckily I was put in a group where there was a clear answer of who was going to be president, because we got to choose. I was not being president, because we have to do like a presidential debate, and I was not going up there and debating with somebody. No, sir. So I'm glad I'm not president. I'm not even vice president, so I don't really care. But the presidential campaign, we're basically done with the campaign. All we have to do is just do the presidential debate, which I think that might be on Wednesday. I don't know. I don't care. So that one's a free one, because I can just sit back and relax and just listen to my president yap on about why our party is so good and all this stuff. I don't really care. So government, ding, approved. So now we're at 6th period, and this is my floriculture class. So for this final, we're like making arrangements and such, and in this class we're like working with flowers and stuff. It's actually kind of fun. We haven't actually worked with like real flowers. We started planting like flowers, I think, but like all of them are dead. Like, I watered mine every single day. I didn't overwater it. I didn't underwater it. It's dead. It's shriveled up. It is like a black, it's like a brown. Yeah, the leaves are dead. I don't know what I did wrong, but it's dead. So we haven't actually worked with real flowers except for our failed experiment. But for the arrangements, we're going to use actual flowers and greenery. I'm not as worried for this one, because I think it'll be pretty easy. I think it'll be a little bit hard. There's another bus. Gosh darn it. But I think it'll be pretty easy. I'm not too worried about that one. So floriculture, a little bit scary, but I got it. All right, 7th period is Spanish, and I opt out of that one, so I don't have to do that one. Thank the Lord. Now we get to my last period, which is graphic design. Now, so my graphic design final is not very hard at all. It just is a lot of work. So for the final for graphic design, we're making like a company brand. And one of the options was Taylor Quick and the Eons Tour. So I snatched that up. Oh yeah, because of course somebody steps right in front of me when I'm talking about Taylor Swift. Of course. Like, can you just stay inside for like maybe 10 seconds? Can you stay inside for maybe like 5 more minutes? No? Okay. I snatched that up quicker than you can say Taylor. Ew, and then you just buy me. So basically, I have to do things with Taylor Quick, which, if you don't know, is a different alias to Taylor Swift. And then the Eras Tour is now the Eons Tour. So I snatched that up really quickly. I've been working on it for like a week now, and I think it's due Thursday. I don't really know, but there's like 8 things, like 10 things I have to do for this one thing. I have to do like the logo, brand name, catchphrase, colors, like a hat, a poster, like a social media post, a sticker, a magazine poster, like all of these things. And I'm like, I cannot get this done. And I was like stressing about it because like I cannot get all of this stuff done in only 4 days. 4 days to work on it. So I'm like, hey, what happens if I don't finish this? And this diva of a teacher said, oh, I'll just exempt it since you're a senior. I'm like, thank you. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Lord. Obviously, I'm still going to do some of it because I'm not just going to be like, well, he'll just exempt it, so I'm just not going to do the rest of it. No, I'm going to make an attempt to get most of it done. I think all in all, this one, my graphic design final, is my most stressful, and then my interpersonal relationships is my most hardest final. So technically, it's not all that bad. It is not all that bad. And I actually like just now started thinking about finals because it completely like I blocked it out of my mind for so long, and I'm like, wait a minute, we have finals. I haven't even started thinking about these until like last Friday. Like 2 Fridays ago. I'm like, oh yeah, these are a thing. Yeah, so I'm a little bit stressed, I'm not gonna lie. And it's not just because of finals, but there's like all these graduation things. Tomorrow is like awards night, I think, where we get like our cords. We have like graduation practice on Friday. We have just so much going on, and graduation party and like all of this stuff. So that's another thing that I'm a little bit stressed about. So yeah. If you guys are studying finals, I bless you. Good luck. You're gonna need it. I hope you do well. Good luck, kiss. So you do well in your finals. Yes. So finals week. Wish me luck. Thank you for calling me. We should do this definitely again tomorrow. Oh yes, I think tomorrow will be lovely. All right, I'll see you soon, Pookie Boo. Okay, bye bye.